After slapping a patch on Davros and make sure that he starts stirring around, he walks over to Johnson, pulls out the gag, and says, "Now, this has gone beyond finding your son. Now we're here saving your business. So, what do you say about an extra 2,500 on top of the what was it, 10,000 he's paying?"
Oh my God, you're kidding me. Like, I heard, you're negotiating with me right now? There's spirits all over this place, and my son is in here with some crazy man, and they're gonna kill us all.
He shoves the gag back in his mouth. Well, boys, what do you think? Should we go?
Isn't what I was getting paid for. Insert heavy breathing and, wide eyes.
What about you, kid? You had enough of this?
I mean, I don't. God, what is this? I don't care. This is ridiculous.
He pulls the gag back out. All right, Mr. Huff. I'm sorry, I forgot his name there. You get the final vote. Do we stay or go?
He takes a deep breath and, oh my God. I had no idea it was going to come to this. I know I offered you guys another 1,000 new yen for when things went bad. I didn't know it was going to be like this. How's another 1,500 new yen to equal to make that 2,500 extra altogether? I was already giving you 1,000. I'll give you another 1,500 on top of that. So 9,000 plus 2,500. That's 11,500 altogether.
Okay, Case just kind of looks around for approval, disapproval from the team. Case is good with that.
Yonkers is going to get up and try and get his composure as much as he can back in. Kid, get the guy untied. He needs to get out of here.
All right, I will. I'm just gonna look. Yeah, I'll untie him, but I'm gonna be very unhappy. But yeah, I'll go untie him.
All right, he's rubs his wrists after the restraints are off, and he says, "My son is in the factory. He's working with some crazy magician. I don't know. They came in here rambling some crazy stuff about destroying the world and spreading disease and pollution and toxicity one farm at a time or something, some dreck like that. I don't know."
Just him and the one other guy in the spirit, right?
Well, whatever spirit things are going on, I don't know. Yeah, but it was just him and they started putting together some kind of magical hoodoo circle in my factory.
Do you have a fire extinguisher in here? Or a sprinkler system?
Yeah, we have a sprinkler system. Never mind. Yes, we have a sprinkler system.
Yonkers pulls out his lighter.
What are you doing?
Making sure that you have a business to come back to tomorrow. And I hold it up to the nearest sprinkler thingy to set off the mercury.
All right, it does activate immediately, and it's kind of a foam that comes out. You guys are all covered in some kind of you're getting covered in a foam.
Alright, well, same difference. Can't be good for rituals.
And he says, "Oh my God, this is going to be a lot of cleanup."
Better than being dead, Dreckhead.
Yeah, well, no doubt about that. This door over here will take you... They were in the factory last I checked. If you take this door right here, and he points to the one just south of you guys, not the one you came into. If you take this door, there's a door straight across the hall. I'll go and unlock it real fast, and that should take you right into the factory. So he opens the door, and he goes across the hall, and he's about to open it, and he says, with his maglock, with his passkey, and he says, he looks around to you guys, and he hands it to Case, the key to Case, and he says, on second thought, why don't you open it? I don't really want to see what's behind the door. I'm gonna go stay in here.
Okay, well, all the outside doors are locked, so why don't you go huddle in the bathroom and while we take care of the rest of this.
All right, I'll do that. And he runs down the hall.
All right. Any patching up we need to do before we move on?
I don't know. Can the kid get rid of some of these bruises?
Yeah, I can.
Only physical damage. You can't magically heal stun. If you have
And
a
I think
first
you
aid
can only-
kit, you can do
I
first
do
aid.
have a first aid kit. Or I have a first aid skill. I don't think I have a first aid kit.
You can use your first aid skill, but you have to have medical supplies.
Yeah, I was just looking. I don't have a first aid kit. Case looks around the office to see if there's any emergency kit in the office.
There is not one here, but there's a decent chance there's one somewhere in the building.
I don't think we have that sort of time.
All right, he hands the pass key to Yonkers. You lead the way.
Yonkers slots it up and opens the first door.
Okay, and before we go to the factory, let me check the feed within the factory floor, see what I can see. Maybe we'll get rid of some surprises that way. So he does a snoop on the any cameras that's on the factory floor. 1 success.
Well, you got it. In fact, the camera critically glitched. It actually gives you somehow accidentally the automatic software defenses somehow accidentally have been coded incorrectly, and they give you, instead of trying to prevent you from accessing it, they give you access to all the cameras in the factory.
Okay, I'll start flipping through all the feeds that are coming out of the factory. He waves up his hand and sliding across the tablet, just flipping through, see what he can see.
So there's a young guy that somewhat closely resembles the description of Alan Roth, just a very sickly, nasty-looking Alan Roth. Is hiding behind a tank right there. Kind of looking out every once in a while, looking at the door, looking kind of nervous and looking around. Inside that big dome, if you look close enough, you can see that there's a figure inside there as well. Moving around in there, kind of drawing on the ground, spilling chemicals on the ground, and doing all sorts of stuff just back and forth across the whole giant domed area.
Does the fire suppressant seem to be doing anything?
It's spraying foam all over the place, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the dome. It's collecting on top of it.
Roger.
All right, Yonker, you got something you can knock the kid out? I mean, after all, we are here to save the dumbass. Or the direct hit, I should say.
Yeah, I got something for that. If I hand that off to you, I want to deal with this barrier, whatever it is, whoosh.
Well, I definitely don't have the firepower, so it's got to be you and the kid to deal with that.
I got something I can give you. 1 second. I pull out my Savulet Guardian and hand it over to him, and it's loaded up with stick and shock.
A pistol?
Heavy
Off
pistol.
The table, I'm not sure what it is.
It's a heavy pistol that has semi-automatic and burst fire.
Whoa! This looks like something that Molly's been trying to get me to buy. Get rid of this stupid pop gun, she said.
What have you been shooting, by the way, just because I'm curious?
Colt Agent Special. It's a small pistol.
Yeah, this is a little bit bigger. It's got a smart link system, so you can hook that up if you want. And I'll toss some ownership for the moment.
Okay, so you said this had stick and shock. You want me to try to take out the kid while you keep the heavy firepower in your weapon there?
Yeah, we're paid to save the kid, not the other guy.
How are you feeling there, Prof? Are you ready to go on?
I'm not feeling too good, man. It's a case, but I just want to get over with, I guess. But no, I'm barely here.
All right, let's go when you're ready. I'll when we go in, if you want to take the lead, I'll go left around that tank he's hiding on and try to get him if you want to go towards the barrier. And I guess, Prof, just give us a backup. You still got your little friend running around here somewhere? He was in Astral, right?
Yeah.
Off table.
Yeah, he was an Astral. In table or on table, I'll say. Yeah, he's around. He can help with the. He can help, but yeah.
All right. So the plan is, I'm going to go left when I come through that door. Would it be? Yeah, it'd be left when I go through that door, and I'm going to focus on the shield and try and take that down with the Mossberg. You guys deal with Puddin' Pie, little shitlin.
I thought I was helping you with the barrier and the mage. I thought we were leaving the sun up to Case.
All right, that works.
Yeah. You guys go right, I'll go left, and we'll hopefully I'll be able to take him by myself. He doesn't look too dangerous, just a little crazed.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and command the spirit. I'll say, when we run in, go ahead and attack the boundary, and when that breaks down, attack the mage inside.
This will be 2 services.
I understand.
Then, after this is done, I will bid you farewell.
Just do your job well.
I always do.
All right, I'll turn to the guys. I'll say, all right, we're ready.
All right, do we want to try the breach rules for, what do you call it, small unit tactics for the door?
Works for me.
Perform a small unit tactics knowledge skill. Roll your small unit tactics plus intuition. Everybody who's assisting Yonkers will do that. So everybody who's involved has to do that.
All right, I'll wait for you two to roll first. What's our threshold for that? It's like 3 or 4?
It's 4. You have to get 4 hits.
0 hits.
Looks like you're on your own.
So you got nerdy Davros who doesn't know what the heck he's doing. He's just going based on what he's done in Halo, and Case, who just got done reading small unit tactics for dummies. There you go.
He
I guess I'm
notices
going to edge
shoes
this.
untied as he breaches the door.
Fortunately, he edged it, and you guys have yourselves a really good leader who helped you out. And everybody roll initiative. So it's Yonkers' turn.
All right, Yonkers is going to move in left, as I said, and do a narrow burst into at guy inside of Force Shield.
So you're going to get light fog conditions because of the fact that there's a big barrier up. So it's light fog and light rain. So altogether it's going to be a -2 modifier because there's foam spraying around all over the place.
All right, so I'm at +3 to shoot, and that is 7 successes.
There you go, 1 hit. So 6 net hits.
So 20 physical.
Ugh! Okay, so
And if he's ritual casting, I believe that's also a spell casting check to see if he drops the spell.
well, maybe he wasn't ritual spellcasting. You wouldn't know.
There's circles involved. It has to be magic.
Davros knows what's happening. Davros sensed it. Spirit of Fire is going to act. The barrier that was there fizzles and slowly, the hole that burst in it it sort of spreads across the surface of the magical barrier as the whole barrier collapses, revealing a dude inside. So now the Spirit of Fire is going to attack. It does materialize.
Well, I told it to attack the barrier, and then once the barrier was destroyed, to attack the magician inside.
Yeah, and the physical barrier is down. It's
right.
So it materialized. And now the shaman's turn. And you see him wave his hand wildly and then point. And a giant mass of what looks like broken boulders and earth with roots sticking out, mixed with like cans and trash and other garbage, comes out. It's this gigantic hulking earth elemental, but it's a toxic earth elemental, or earth spirit. They don't call them elementals here, I guess. And it now stands between him, and he is also going to quickly wave his hand and cast a spell.
I want to use an interrupt action to say I'm going to protect everybody with my counterspelling.
Thank you.
Okay, so the target, Yonkers, needs to resist with his logic plus willpower.
Oh boy.
And is
I
that
think
plus the counterspelling skill?
Well, whatever amount of dice you want to give him, and remember
Right, I'll give
that
him. Yeah, I'll give him all 5.
Oh wow, good job. All right, and as he did that, he ran.
Hey, there's bounties on toxic shamans. Don't let him get away.
there's a bounty on toxic shamans, you said?
Case.
Okay, Case is going to point this big pistol at the guy and just pull the trigger. So he's going to do a burst fire, which on this pistol is a complex action.
He's hiding behind that tank, and it's a small amount of cover.
Okay, 3 successes.
And he's at -2 to dodge, plus whatever the barrier gives him.
-2 plus 2, so it negated, and you missed.
Of course he did. He's the Decker.
It's Davros' turn.
Okay, Davros is trying to banish the new earth spirit.
Go ahead, try to banish it.
4 successes on 5 dice.
Get ready for the pain.
Ugh.
So you have to resist 6 stun. You did reduce one of his services.
Oh god, I forgot about that. 6 stun. I'm about to be out. Oh, Davros just falls over.
Give yourself 1 box of overflow physical. This is what it feels like, guys, to not raffle stomp all over my dudes.
Little GM payback.
This is what I feel like every week. Alright, Alan's going. He didn't like getting shot at.
He's charging me?
He ran up to you. He's going to attack you. And as he ran up to you, by the way, you started to notice that smoke started to kind of come out of his body almost and form a cloud around him.
Oh god, he's a toxic adept.
And he's punch you. So he comes at you, and this is a melee attack, so you need to roll. Well, I mean, it's an attack. You roll your reaction plus intuition. Oh, how did you?
5 successes.
How did you do that?
4 successes because of my limit.
Well, you still dodged. Yonkers' turn.
Alright, so decisions. Yonkers is going to run, what would that be, right? And try and get a clear line of sight and finish this guy off. Alright, I'm going to run down past the Earth Spirit and try and shoot this guy in the back. So I think I'm at +2 to hit him due to all drawbacks and all of that.
Medium or narrow choke?
Narrow choke.
4 net hits. So you got 12 plus 2, 14, plus the 4. That's 18.
Yep, I think he's about to have a bad day.
Still, that's a bad day. That's still 8 physical. Well, he was hiding behind that area, that tank, and you hit him. And all right, the spirit fizzles and disappears.
You see, fizzles and disappears?
Yeah, his target is gone.
Oh, did he die? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm not. Okay, I'm good with that.
But so does the earth spirit. Case, you just dodged a toxic punch.
Okay. After summoning the essence of Pang and doing this amazing dodge, Case looks at the guy and says, "What the frack is this?" and just lays down on the trigger again. 3 successes.
Missed.
That's it. I'm throwing the gun at him, see if I can hit him. Also, how much ammo does that use per? Is that 3 or 6?
Uses 3.
3.
That's why you're getting a +3 to your recoil compensation every time, because you add a 1 for every bullet that gets fired.
I gotcha.
Alright. He's going to try to hit you again. He rolls terribly again. So, try dodging. Somehow you missed again. He
1
missed
success.
again. It's Yonkers' turn.
I think Yonkers has used up the majority of his movement.
He's got like 7 or 6 more meters you can go. Yeah, you can get to there, and hey, you're in line of sight if you want to risk.
So I level the gun at the pair of them, and I'm going to yell at, his name's Alan, right?
Yes.
Drop it, Alan, your friend's dead. You lose.
Let's do an intimidation. I want to see how it goes.
What are my intimidation modifiers real quick?
Yeah,
I was
just about to pull that up. I'll give you a +1 for being physically imposing. Well, you guys do outnumber him, so you get another +2. You get another +2 for having a weapon. Alright, so you get a +5 altogether. But he's going to get a +3 for being a crazy toxic shaman who is not really, he's oblivious to danger. He didn't roll very well.
I'll take my luck.
I'm going to take that into consideration as this goes on. I will say that he's going to still be fighting, but it is going to influence how this turns out. I'm just not going to tell you how yet. So still roll initiative. I know you did, but Case, go ahead. Right.
Sorry, I was telling you how Case is going to use his last point of edge to go first.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So Case yells at Yonkers, "Take your fracking gun back," and he throws it at Yonkers.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Give yourself a point of edge for that. That's I like that. Alan is going to attempt to subdue you. So you got 2 net hits.
1 success.
What's your physical limit?
4.
All right. That's 6 for him total. You are grappled and immobilized. If you want to break out at any point, it'll be a complex action, and you'll have to succeed in an unarmed combat plus strength physical test. So he grabs after you throw your gun, he lunges forward at you and grabs you and spins behind you and holds your neck and your head, like in an intimidating kind of "I'm about to snap your neck" kind of way, and yells, "You better drop that gun right now or this guy's head's coming off."
So, Yonkers is going to channel his inner violence spirit. And at this point, he's going to start a slow, menacing pace towards the kid and begin to monologue at him as he points. Listen, Dreckhead, I don't think you know who the fuck you're dealing with. I'm Yonkers. I am Peter fucking Vimes. And if you don't let go of him, I'm going to make more paste out of you than your dad can pay for. And I think that's about all I'm going to get in the immediate couple seconds. So I'm going to keep up with the intimidation.
I like that. Don't bother rolling it. Give yourself a point of edge. That's really good. He sees you walking forward like that with the gun, everything you've done so far, and he also notices that there is and you guys notice, or I guess Case does since Davros is sleeping. You notice that Yonkers has a familiar, you've seen this before actually, reddish glow around his head and the top of his body and everything as he looks really intense and angry and walks towards him, and he pushes Case away from him and drops to his knees and puts his hands up, and he says, "Just don't shoot me. I surrender."
Now give me that gun back.
I'll kick the gun towards Case and look at the kid. Good, smart move, kid.
The smoke that was, or the fumes that were around him dissipate. Give me a willpower plus body roll, Tyler.
Okay, hold on.
Right. Clear yourself 2 boxes of stun. That's what'll clear this hour. And you're conscious now. You wake up as you see him kneeling with his hands above his head and Yonkers walking menacingly towards him, leveling a shotgun at him.
He's just gonna stare with his mouth gaping open.
Anybody got anything to tie this kid up and maybe blindfold him? We could decapitate him, keep him from stinking anymore. Fracking kid.
Yonkers is going to keep the shotgun pointed at him with one arm and pull out his executive action, narrow it at the kid, and then walk over and toss the shotgun at Case. Take the strap off it. We'll tie him up with that.
Case is walking away from him, mumbling under his breath. Oh, sure. Go join a group, she said. Go get out of the house, she said.
So listen, kid. You've got 2 very serious options right now. And I'd think very carefully about it.
Yeah, what?
One, you can be a good little boy and go back to Dad and apologize and maybe sort some of this out. And maybe you'll have to talk with some knight errant folks. Maybe you can brush this under the rug with your daddy dearest. Or I can paint your the back of this wall with your skull. Your call.
He kind of like furrows his brow and kind of rolls his eyes at the same time, and he said, I think I'll talk to my dad.
Hey, prof.
Yeah.
Go get the old man.
Alright, well, then I'm just gonna astral project and go find him.
He's in the men's restroom. Wait.
Alright, I'm just gonna materialize and just tell him to get in the factory room. Just get in there.
Alright, he comes into the room, kind of runs in. He says, Alan! And Alan looks at him and he says, Ugh. He just kind of like grunts. And then Isaac looks at Yonkers and he says, thank you very much. Where's the other guy that you found?
He's taken care of.
He kind of gives you a knowing look and says, I understand, I think. What am I supposed to do about that?
Don't worry about it. I think we're taking him with us. He's worth some money. So, kid, you giving up this toxic Drek? I think you should really consider it at the moment, given the plight you are in.
He says, yeah, right, sure. I'll change my entire philosophy.
I pull the hammer back on the gun when he starts getting that lovely sarcastic tone.
And he looks a little nervous, but then he says, I'll tell you whatever you want to hear so that you don't shoot me.
What is this group that you were in? Who are they connected to?
They're a bunch of weak fools is what they are. Pure terror. They think that they can cleanse the world. Well, you know what? There is no cleansing the world. Look around us. I mean, it's either fight futilely against what's naturally happening to the world or hasten its demise.
Case looks at the kid. Start giving us names right now.
I'm not sure why you want to have anything to do with them.
Case pops in a chip into his recorder, his SimSense recorder. I just want the names. I want the names. Give them to Mr. Yonkers here. You can either tell it to the shotgun or you can tell it to his face. Just start talking.
He tells you the names of some of the people that he knows from the organization. They're only first names, and some of them sound like, they might be pseudonyms.
Street?
Yeah, street names.
Street. After he gets done and he's maintaining his happy, sarcastic tone, I kind of look at him. There's a little farmer guy who we met who was real worried about you. Be a shame if he saw you like this right now.
He's not going to have come to his farm what we were planning for it now. That's for sure. So I guess he'll have to sit ignorantly lucky.
Yeah, well, he was thinking pretty well of you. Kind of a shame that you proved them wrong.
How the world goes if he got to where he is now without realizing that this universe is a crappy place, then not my fault.
Hey, Mr. Filk.
Yeah, you talking to me? Isaac says.
Yeah. Between you and me, I might call the KE on your son.
I'll think about it.
Someone grab the other guy and let's get out of here. We'll leave Papa and Munchkin to sort their problems out.
Sounds good to me. Guess I'll go grab him. You and the kid look a little bit woozy on your feet there. A little bit more than I am, anyway.
Yeah. Mr. Filk, if you could wire over the funds.
Yeah, absolutely. He gives you a cred stick with 11,500 new yen on it.
And once we have the body picked up and stuff, I see you around, kid.
Yeah, he huffs, and then Isaac knocks him to his feet and says, "You're going home with me, and we're gonna figure out exactly what we're gonna do about this Drek storm that you've created here." I don't, he starts giving him the third degree as they walk out. All right, let's see.
Okay.
Let's handle rewards real fast before we continue. So you get 6 karma.
Oh boy.
That's more than you've gotten so far.
And that was almost a good feelings run.
Case is going to try to get a hold of the Black Baron. So, Baron, long time no hear. I got a couple pieces for you that might be worth some money. What are you willing to pay?
He says that depends on what it exactly it is you're shooting my way.
One of them is you can take a share of a bounty that we've got if you can push it through and kind of keep names out of it. And the other one is some information on a group I think your superiors may give you a little reward for uncovering.
What's this bounty you're talking about?
Got us a toxic adept.
Not really my realm of interest.
Hey, like I said, you can keep a share and just, in fact, you can keep a share and take credit for tracking him down. Doesn't matter that when the Knight Errant gets there, he's dead. Just think of how good that's going to look on your next review.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly in my job description, so let's pass on that one. How about the info you're talking about? What kind of data are we talking about here?
I ended up uncovering some data on a eco-terrorist group that includes some roster names.
Ooh, some names, huh? Do you have a name for this terrorist group?
Name is Pure Terra.
You pause for a second, and he says, "Ah, yeah, they're a little thing that's popped up lately over there in the Metroplex. Yeah, I think I could maybe get some use out of that information. They're kind of small time, so I could I'd probably find that information useful. Of course, after I see it, I'll confirm completely. But I could probably take that off your hand for about 300 new yen."
Come on, it's worth more than that. Tell you what, I'll send you over a little taste. He sends over the information that part of the information that we've uncovered about him before without the names, and with the headquarters location and the meeting locations and stuff like that. You got to admit this is going to be quite a feather in your cap. I think 300 million is a little short. Why don't we go 500?
Go ahead and roll your negotiation.
4 successes.
All right, he says, "All right, how about we split the difference then? I'll give you 400 new yen for it."
All right, that'll work.
He shoots you over the payment, and he says, "You should have gotten the payment, and I'll take the data."
Here you go. I shoot him back the rest of the data we have on the group.
He says, "Pleasure doing business with you as always, Case."
So Case is also going to make a quick call to Ralphie and try to get he's going to just try to, make Ralphie a little bit more of a friend. Said, "Hey, Ralphie, I've got some information for you. You may want to put it in your little library there."
Oh yeah, what is it?
I got some information on a group called Terra First. I don't know. You may be able to get something out of it.
Terra First. Let's see.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
not Terra First. Pure Terra.
Oh yeah, I know what you meant.
So, and anyway, Case is not going to really negotiate with him for anything. He's just going to shoot him over the information.
Oh yeah, okay, no problem. He says, "Ooh, this is interesting information." Yes. And you're just giving this to me. You're so generous.
Well, hey, we've done biz for a long time. I figured this information might be something that you may know who would be interested in, and I've gotten my use out of it. We've was able to track what we needed to track out of it.
Yeah, you're back.
Yep.
You hear us?
Besides, you never know when I might need a favor in return.
Note that you have a chip with Ralphie White. In case you don't know, and if you want to read more about it and run faster, this in the chapter about contacts, there's a whole new, like, detailed currency system for how to gain and favors and use favors and stuff with your contacts. So that's what the chips are. They're kind of like that currency of favors with your contacts. So you guys are headed back to your various domiciles. Well, I guess your crew, Yonkers, is squatting at the pawn shop until he's allowed to be there legally, and I guess Davros and Case both head to Case's place.
Yep. I tell Davros, hey, you're looking pretty beat up. Why don't you go and take the bed for about a few hours? I gotta go take the wife out, give her some fun, I guess. Take her out on the town a little bit. It's been a while.
Davos won't argue. He'll just walk in and fall asleep.